What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reacting to some Bob Dylan. This is our second Bob Dylan reaction on the channel. We did Blowing in the Wind. That's our first one, and a lot of you guys liked it and left comments for suggestions for us to do some more. So we're going to look through and see if we can find a good suggestion to listen to. Now, hi, could you please react to Bob Dylan's Murder Most Foul, which was released in 2020.
Wow, that is a recent song.
He made a song in 2020.
Okay.
All right. Hard Rain Is Gonna Fall, Mr. Tambourine Man. I guess those are two songs. Those are good suggestions. Let's see. Bruce Springsteen said when he first heard Dylan sing Like a Rolling Stone, he knew that was how he wanted to write songs. Bruce was also considered the next Dylan at one time.
Appreciate that, Ron Reynolds.
The girl on the cover was his girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
I drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
I read that one. Look what it.
Don,
read that whole comment
that was
because I
Don
read that.
McLean, American Pie. It's 10 years worth of American history in 8 minutes. There are college classes that spend a whole semester depicting the lyrics.
Because whenever we listened to it, I said that he sung that song, so I got that correction. But
I keep forgetting to do this. Look. Oh yeah, sorry we had to cut the music because of copyright. It'll probably be like that on this one because Bob Dylan's music is like one of the worst for copyright. Like he loves whatever he's signed to, the copyright is very strong on his music. But so it's probably not gonna be that much music. So sorry guys. But what should the next Bob Dylan song reaction be? I keep forgetting to look because y'all reply to this and I put that.
I know, and then you go through all the other.
Yeah.
comments.
So okay, Like a Rolling Stone, Hard Rain Is Gonna Fall, and Desolation Row, and It's Alright Ma, I'm Only Bleeding.
Ooh, those all sound awesome. Well, I've heard of, and probably heard Like a Rolling Stone. I think I've heard of A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall. I don't think I've heard of those other two.
Well, look, there's two Hard Rain Is Gonna Fall, so that's the second one. So maybe we should do that one.
And plus, didn't we see it down in the comments too?
Yeah, right there. Look, from
Yeah.
Jay down there. See Jay?
All right, well, let's do that since we got several people saying it.
All right, Jay and Mary, we gonna do this for y'all. This
All
is
right.
Bob Dylan. A Hard Rain's Gonna Fall.
Okay.
You're gonna fall. Man.
You see this poetry?
Yeah, man, it's like he is singing. It's literally, I thought of that exact word. You can't help but think that word during the song. I just thought of poetry. I was like, he's literally just singing poetry pretty much. This sounds like literally a poem, and he's literally just singing it. And it sounds great. Man, the way he said that it's a hard rain's gonna fall. His voice sounded so awesome during that part right there.
His voice sounds so genuine in this song. It sounds so deep, and I believe him. I believe he's seen all this when he's saying it. But what he says, it's not like a walk in the park. I mean, this man, he's talking about I stumbled, I've crawled, I've walked. You know, I've been out in front of a dozen dead oceans. Look, I've been 10,000 miles. It's like, man.
Yeah.
It's like a journey. This is a long journey. And then, look at what he says at the end. I've been 10,000 miles in the mouth of a graveyard. And then you think, okay, so now what's next? A hard rain is going to fall. Man, this song is deep.
It's something about his just simplicity of just him and his guitar, and that is it. It's just him and his guitar, and it's something simple about it, and it works so perfectly, and I can see why he is considered like really the best songwriter ever. I mean, the lyrics on this are just so deep. On every song I've listened to him. I know a couple of them. Only like 4 or 5, but man, all of them are just deep songs. All of them make you think, really think, and man, it's awesome.
So he was talking to a darling young one, And then I wonder if the Darling Young one
Oh, we
is
should
saying
probably keep it going. It's a 6-minute song.
the Darling Young one is the one who kept saying, "I've been on this journey. I've seen all." Is that the Darling Young one's answers? I guess.
Oh, what did you see, my blue-eyed son? You're gonna fall.
Okay. All right. I'm starting to get the theme of the song and where we're going with this. This is awesome. You want to say something before I do?
Yeah, so man, he said, man, I like the line. He said, I saw 10,000 talkers whose tongues were all broken. That's an awesome line. 'Cause man, you gotta have your tongue, to talk. But that's to look at it literally. But I saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. That's got to be the most heavy-hitting line so far, I think. Saw guns and sharp swords in the hands of young children. That is a deep line. And what is this? This is, I don't know when this came out, but Vietnam War was one of the biggest ones with the draft, and they were drafting young kids and stuff. Just drafting everybody and putting guns in the hands of kids that were not prepared for all-out war. So it's crazy that he's just talking about all this and so much more. It sounds great, and that's very deep. I like that.
Well, based on how
and that chorus he has, it's a hard rain gonna fall tonight. It just sounds great. I like this. Will be getting added to the playlist, just so you know.
I think this one because it's so heavy in with its lyrics and so long, I don't think people are going to mind the length of this for us to chew into it and get into it. One of the things you just said, I wanted to comment on because you highlighted the young children with the tongues. I saw what was
10,000 talkers with
that's like basically
broken.
saying nobody can say anything. Nobody has anything intelligent to say. Yeah, I saw all these lip flappers. That's like a lot of today. I really am starting to get there's a voice saying, "Where have you been, my blue-eyed son?" And then we're getting his answers, and his answers are visionary. This song is visionary. This song sounds like somebody's having a vision. Like, this doesn't sound like a normal earthly viewpoint of, well, I saw this or I saw this. This is like someone who's seeing everything and going, guess what? I see all the things that you just mentioned and that are on this, that are in these lyrics. And guess what? Judgment. A hard rain's gonna fall. I wonder if that's any correlation, a hard rain, to, because I said the word judgment. I wonder if that's any correlation to the flood, Noah's flood, the hard rain. Maybe I'm reaching, but you know what? I saw somebody in the Doors telling us, in a Doors video, they were telling us about God and Jesus and stuff in the song. I was like, okay, all right, so I guess that then if I think something like that, I'm gonna mention it. But that's interesting. All right, that's what I got to say about this part.
All right, let's.
I can't wait to see what happens in this song.
Oh.
Okay, this is like an epic. This is crazy. What do you think?
Man, I'm gonna go through what he said. So he said, I heard the sound of a thunder that roared out a warning. That's awesome. He said, I heard the roar of a wave that could drown the whole world, kind of like what you said with the was Ark thing. Well, with that whole thing, kind of tapped into that. I heard 1,000 whispering, I heard 1,000 whispering and nobody listening. That was awesome. I heard one person starve. I heard many people laughing. That's powerful. That's very powerful. I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. Man, that just, to me, it sounds like a band I like a lot, Badfinger, where they're an incredible band, but they were underrated, and a whole lot of contract stuff happened with them. And man, a poet. What do you say? I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. The main singer killed himself, and I don't know. That just kind of rings a bell with me. Just to, I don't know, maybe say something on that. But yeah. And then I heard the sound of a clown who cried in the alley. That kind of reminds me of the movie Joker, if you've seen it. because the main character is Joker, and he's a clown. He wears clown makeup, and man, he's literally in the alley crying, and he gets beat down, he gets jumped, and a lot happens to him. So I heard the sound of a clown who cried, and clowns, are supposed to be happy. They're supposed to be very happy and very cheerful and very enthusiastic, but no, even clowns cry.
What's the name of that song, right? What's the name? Oh, Defeated Clown is the name of the song that plays in where the clown is in the gutter of the Joker movie. Man, dude, awesome insights. The one I wanted to comment on what you just said, since you went through every line, I'll pick one, was I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. Because this one is about what did you hear? Like, what did you hear? And he's basically saying, I heard a lot of people that couldn't hear. I heard a lot of people not listening. And this part right here is I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter, because the poets, especially at the time, the songwriters, and it's something that I really want to see more in today's music, is they were the truth tellers. They were the storytellers. It was they were able to sing a song, and then that song would go around and people would all learn the song, but it would tell people something. And he's saying, listen, I heard the song of a poet who died in the gutter. Nobody was listening to that. All right, well, let's keep going from there. So let's see. He said, what have you seen? What have you heard? And now what's he going to say? Okay. All right.
Man, I told you, get ready for the Bob Dylan song. I knew his songwriting capabilities were through the roof.
I concur. And that guy said there was a whole semester on a song. I'm pretty sure there was a semester or a whole year.
College for this man.
I mean, listen, this next one is these next lines, all of them are probably very subjective, but these next lines, man, I think almost anyone can interpret some of these. Who did you meet? What do you think about this section?
Man, just think about the one
you know what? I'm sorry. Since we're probably cutting the song out, listen, guys, we've been jamming to the song and then talking. You guys are probably just seeing us go from section to section. Good thing we're reading all the lyrics back, huh?
Yeah. Man, one that resonated with me. I met a young child beside a dead pony.
Ooh.
That is just powerful. Man, and the other one I liked, this is the one I was looking at, but I met another man who was wounded in hatred. That is crazy. And this one, I met a young woman whose body was burning. That's the one I felt the most. That out of that the verse right there. Man, I met a young woman whose body was burning. I don't know. That's just, I don't have nothing really to say about it, but that's just such vivid imagery that you can't help but just feel it deep down.
Of the ones that we're looking at, I met a woman. I'm gonna comment on that one since I'm gonna piggyback on that one since you said that one. There's a couple of things. One is, I don't know that this had happened yet during Vietnam or not, but there's you've seen that famous picture, I think, of the young Vietnamese girl. She's running, and I think, she's got her hands up like that, and she's burnt all on the back. You may have seen that picture before. It's famous. It reminds me of what he's saying there. The other one was the idea that women have for so long were unable to do things, or maybe who knows, man. I could keep speculating. Like I said, it's subjective. The one where he says I met a white man who walked a black dog. Man, what is he saying? I really want to know this one. Where I met a young girl, she gave me a rainbow. I can't even guess what that one is.
I don't know that one.
Man, commenters, come through for us on this. I know some of you guys have been able to spend a lot more time in it. Just imagine we're listening to this for the first time and trying to dig into it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go.
Dang, man.
That was incredible.
They played this on the radio. How many people casually listen to this song and never understand what's being said in it?
Nah.
So at the end of the song, he said, what have you seen? What have you heard? Who have you met? And his last question, which has the most lyrics afterwards, he says, and what'll you do now that you've seen, heard, met? What are you going to do now? And then he goes into this proclamation Like I'm gonna basically
Man,
go.
the way he's singing, the way he's saying what he's saying, it almost sounds like a prayer almost, you know?
does.
It sounds like that's how much passion is just with behind these lyrics. It just sounds like a prayer, you know?
Well, man, there's a book of songs, in the Bible called Psalms, and they're made to be sung, and they're very deep and they're very poetic too. And the fact that you said that sounded like that to me reminded me of that, and just how powerful verses, and passages can be sung. But what he goes on to say, what are you going to do now, man? He's saying, look, I'm going to go back before the rain starts falling. He's like, That's why I said earlier when I heard, I was like, man, I think he's talking about judgment. I think he's talking about this is visionary, because now he's like, before the rain starts falling, I'm going back.
I liked when he said, "I'll walk to the depths of the deepest dark forest." That was great.
Yeah, like walk through the valley of the shadow of death. It's very, very similar.
Okay.
Where the people are many and their hands are all
I was
empty.
looking for that one. So where the people are many and their hands are all empty. I like that one because and in the other song we reacted to, he said, how many years must a people exist before they're allowed to be free? Mm-hmm. I remember that word for word.
That's right.
That just kind of correlates.
I remember I said it's going to be a long time, Bob. I said it's going to be a long time, Bob.
Yeah, that just kind of correlates with this one. It says where the people are many and their hands are all
What about
empty.
where the pellets of poison are flooding their waters? Dude, we just had, 2 years ago in Flint, Michigan, the whole city was, being poisoned. I
remember that. Where the executioner's face is always hidden. That's fire.
I love that because, the executioner's face is hidden so that he cannot take any flack for what he's doing.
Yeah. Because, they be up on stage, at least back in the medieval days or whatever. They was out there doing crazy stuff with the audience. You think hanging is bad from America.
Right.
Boy, go to, I don't know, the Vikings or something.
The medieval times, yeah.
Yeah. They get it worse than
that.
that.
And they had their faces.
They got kind of like a potato sack on their head.
And now there's definitely some hidden executioners.
And I'll tell it
digitally hidden.
Yeah.
Where hunger is ugly, where the souls are forgotten.
Oh man, look, then I'll stand out on the ocean until I start sinking.
Again, that's a reflection of Jesus walking on the water. I'll stand on the water. I'll have faith. I'll have faith that I can get this message to these deaf people until I start to lose faith that I start sinking. Because I know there's not many people listening, seeing, or doing. Man, this song is fire, dude.
Where hunger is ugly, where the souls are forgotten. Man.
Look at his last line. Read his last line.
Let's see. But I'll know my song well before I start singing. Yeah, I saw that one.
You know what he's saying here? He's saying, I will have said it so many times that I will know it. I'll know my song well before I even start singing it. Because of how many times I'm going to be reciting it. I mean, maybe. Yeah. That's what I'm getting out of it. Man.
Oh, look. And reflects from the mountain so all souls can see it. He said, reflect from the mountain so everyone can see it. Yep. Man, from the top of the mountain. That is incredible. Well, hold up.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, this is like a spiritual song, no doubt about it. I cannot wait to hear you commenters, giving us some thoughts and different things that we can, perspectives we can look at this song from. But for me, well, this was a joy to listen to tonight.
Yeah,
because
it's hard to say. It's hard to get what you're feeling out into words, because it's really just a feeling you're getting from this song. At least me, I'm just getting a strong feeling from it. I might not be the best at getting my words across.
What is it? What's the strongest part of the feeling? Is it? What is it?
Man, I just said it's
hard
a feeling.
Okay,
it's hard to get it in words across.
Yeah, it is hard. You
just gotta feel it. It's
a
feeling.
That's true.
But yeah, we're gonna end it here. That was Bob Dylan. A hard rain's gonna fall. Tell us what to react to next from Bob Dylan. We're out. See ya.